I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good evening, honorable city council members. Mayor McCrate, our city treasurer, deputy clerk, to our city attorney, and those administrative staff, and those viewing our broadcast channel via YouTube Live. Welcome to the City of Romulus City Council regular meeting. Today's date is Tuesday, January 3rd, 2023. Members of the public wishing to participate in this meeting may do so under the public comment portion of the agenda. Please fill out a request to speak public comment card located on the table in the back of the chambers and hand it to the deputy clerk. Additionally, members of the public who are viewing tonight's meeting via our broadcast channel or YouTube Live can submit their comments to publiccomment@romulusgov.com. At this time, we will have roll call. Councilwoman Abdo.
Excused.
So noted. Councilman Barton.
Here.
Councilwoman Roscoe.
Here.
Councilwoman Talley.
Here.
Councilman Wadsworth.
Here.
Councilwoman Webb.
Here.
And Councilwoman Williams.
Excused.
So noted. Mr. Chair, we have a quorum.
Okay.
Tonight's council meeting agenda is as follows. Number 1, agenda. Number 2, minutes. 3, petitioner. 4, chairperson's report. 5, mayor's report. 6, clerk's report. 7, treasurer's report. 8, public comment. 9, unfinished business. 10, new business. 11, communication. And 12, adjournment. And a motion would be in order to accept the regular council meeting agenda as presented.
So moved to accept the regular meeting agenda as presented.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Talley, supported by Ms. Webb for approval of the agenda as presented. Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Number 2, minutes. Agenda item 2A, approval of the minutes from the regular meeting held on Tuesday, December 27th, 2022.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to move for the approval of the council meeting that was held on Tuesday, December 27th at 7:30.
Support.
Been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Talley for approval of a minute from our regular meeting held on Tuesday, December 27th at 7:30. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Agenda item 2B, for approval are the minutes from the special meeting, executive session held on Tuesday, December 27th, 2022, at 6:30 p.m. to discuss an attorney's opinion.
So moved to approve.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Webb, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the minutes from our special meeting, executive session held on Tuesday, December 27th at 6:30 p.m. to discuss attorney opinion. Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
There are no petitioners on the agenda. Takes us to agenda item number 4, the chairperson's report.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. I just want to say, I hope everyone had a happy new year and have a prosperous new year this coming year. And we all stick together, have like one Romulus and keep this city moving forward. I'm glad that my colleagues, most here, are safe today. I'm glad to see you guys here, and I hope to see you throughout the year. There was no report today at this meeting, so that concludes the chairperson's report.
Mr. Chair, I'll make a motion to accept your report.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for approval of the chairperson's report. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, council. Number 5 is the mayor's report.
Good evening, City Council, Madam Treasurer, Madam Clerk, Deputy Clerk, audience here today, and also the audience at home. A couple items, or just one item on my action item for council today, but before I get into that, Just wanted to acknowledge our police, our fire, and our DPW. You know, we're all able to stay at home and enjoy a safe community because they're out working for the long hours during those holiday weekends and away from the loved ones. So we had main breaks, we had structure fires, numerous domestic calls, and the whole time we're home, you know, warming our houses, they're out doing business and keeping the city running and keeping it safe. So I want to just thank them, our police, firefighters, and our DPW for keeping the city moving well. You know, we're safely tucked in our homes. A couple items that came up last week, I told council I would look into and give some feedback on. One of them was the speeding issue. We're hearing it time and time again. I had a meeting with OHM engineers to discuss multiple options for traffic calming devices. You know, we don't, you know, speed bumps may be necessary, but we're going to try to not do that as long as we can. But it might be the answer we need. We're going to look at different communities and what they're doing, what's working, what's not working. So we are hard at work already trying to find out what options are out there, because the speeding issue is everywhere, not just in Romulus, and it seems like the irony of it, because as soon as we pave a road, it becomes a dragway. So then we want to appeal to our residents at home, please slow down. There's kids out here in schools and businesses that are open, so please police yourselves a little bit. And there's also a request why we couldn't share certain information that was under the executive session on public forums. That information that was shared with council is not foilable, therefore we won't be posting it on social media or anywhere on the city website. So I just want to make sure that, you know, I talked to legal counsel, and that was the answer on those two items right there. So I want to share that with you and get back to council on those things. The action item I have for council tonight is the extension on RFP 2021-04 with Dolner Electrics. So I would ask the council concur with the administration and extend bid award RFP 2021-04 with Dolner Electronics Lab DBA Tel System for Phase 2 updating in the City Council chambers in the amount of $10,363.40. And the improvements in control room and the lower level of City Hall, including materials and labor, in the amount of $56,243.76. Total award being $66,617.25 with a 15% contingency, in the amount of $9,992.59 to be used in the event of any unforeseen costs.
So moved.
Mr. Chairman,
Been,
I will move for, it'll be the extension of RFP 20-21-4 with Delron Electronics, that's how you say it, in the council chamber for the presentation of the system of Phase 2.
It's been motioned by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Webb, for extension of RSP 20/21-04 with Dolner Electronics Lab Incorporated Council Chambers AV Presentation System Improvements Phase 2. Any discussion? Hearing no discussion.
Just one comment.
Oh, okay. Ms. Webb?
Thank you, Mayor. Thank everyone for reviewing this contract. I am one for the 15% contingency at all times. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Ms. Webb. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
The chair votes yes, motion approved.
Thank you, and that will conclude my report for this evening.
Thank you, Mayor.
Number 6 is the clerk's report. I have one action item, and I'd like to wish everybody a Happy New Year. And 6A, for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 23-10 in the amount of $81,500 for extension of RFP 2021-04, Council Chambers AV System Improvements. This budget amendment was introduced at the December 27th regular City Council meeting.
Mr. Chair, I'll make that motion for second reading and final adoption of Budget Amendment 22/23-10.
Support.
Been motioned by Ms. Roscoe, supported by Ms. Talley, for second reading, final adoption of Budget Amendment 22/23-10. Discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote. Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
The chair votes yes, the motion is approved.
Thank you, council. That concludes the clerk's report. Number 7 is the treasurer's report.
Good evening. I do not have anything on the agenda, but I do want to say Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Treasurer. Number 8 is public comment, and this is the portion of the agenda for those in the audience who would like to address the city council. The rules to address city council can be found on the back of the meeting agenda. If you'd like to address the city council, please raise your hand, and after being acknowledged by the chairperson, approach the podium and state your name. Please note, members of the public who submitted a public comment card will be called upon first. You will have 3 minutes to speak, and any additional time will be upon the consent of the chairperson. And as a reminder, members of the public viewing tonight's meeting via the city's broadcast channel or YouTube Live can submit their public comments to publiccomment@romulusgov.com before the end of the public comment period. Mr. Chair, we have not received any requests to speak.
Any public comment from the audience? Okay, since none, Madam Clerk, we'll close that part out.
Yes, sir. Takes us to number 9, unfinished business. Number 10, new business.
Mr. Wadsworth?
John, if I could, to the mayor. Mayor, at the corner of Pennsylvania and Inkster Road, the Welcome to Romulus sign is gone. I got a call over the weekend about it.
Is it, somebody hit it, or it's
It's
just
gone.
somebody took it?
I was told it's gone.
So somebody wanted a souvenir?
Somebody wanted a souvenir.
Okay, thank you. We'll
Okay.
address it.
Is there any more new business from council? Takes us to number 11, communication.
Through the chair.
Yes, Ms.
Couple of
Talley.
Thank you. A couple of quick things. Just want to shout out to our newly elected State Senator Darren Camilleri, who was sworn in this past Wednesday. Congratulations, Senator Camilleri. Romulus was in effect on that evening. Ellen did a stirring rendition of the Star Spangled Banner. Judge Lisa Martin actually swore him in on that day. Jasmine Dancy was also in attendance. And our own mayor extraordinaire, Robert McCrate, was also in attendance. Just a very good, moving service and swearing in. So just congratulations to Senator Camilleri for his hard work and getting in that role as senator. And then we have, of course, that was announced last week, was the Dr. King celebration that's coming up on January 16th. And we can, if you have any questions, you can contact our clerk. Madam Clerk, in the clerk's office, Ellen Craig Bragg, for details. January 16th, 2022, our fabulous Dr. King celebration. And the other component is donations are being accepted for winter coats, gloves, socks, hats, accessories at the Romulus High School, which will be taken after the march to the high school. So if anybody have any questions, contact Rachel Funderburg at Annual Coat and Mittens. That's actual spelled out ANNUALCOATANDMITTENS Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Talley.
Is there any more communication from council? Seeing none, takes us to number 12, adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
The motion by Mr. Wadsworth, supported by Ms. Roscoe for adjournment. Mr. Wadsworth?
Yes.
Ms. Roscoe?
Yes.
Ms. Webb?
Yes.
Ms. Talley?
Yes.
Chair votes yes, we are adjourned. Thank